Let the world fade for a moment, just your breath and this story. Welcome to Cozy English Stories, your place for calm, comfort, and quiet tales. The Last Letter. Part 1, The Silence of the Sea. The sea had always sung to her. Some days it whispered, other days it roared, but today it was silent. Eleanor Whitmore stood on her porch, staring at the waves beyond the dunes. The lighthouse stood still, its light still turning, though no hand now guided it. Jack's hand once did, but Jack was gone. It had been 5 years. Still, on mornings like this, she could almost hear his voice in the fog. Part 2, The Dream. Grandma, a voice came from behind. It was Sophie, 17, full of questions. You're up early, Eleanor smiled. I had a dream. About Grandpa. Eleanor paused. Did you now? Sophie nodded. He was writing something. A letter, maybe. He looked worried. But then he smiled and said, it's time she knew. Part 3, The Unopened Letter. Eleanor opened the drawer near the stove. From inside, she pulled a sealed envelope. The handwriting was unmistakably Jack's. For Ellie, when it matters most. She had found it the day after his funeral, and never opened it. Her hands trembled now. She sat down, letter in hand, heart pounding. Part 4, Jack's Voice. She opened the envelope. My dearest Ellie, if you're reading this, then I am no longer by your side. I didn't want to leave you with questions. I want you to know something I never had the courage to say aloud. I made mistakes. I chose the lighthouse over our family too many times. I see that now. I thought I was protecting you by keeping busy, by staying useful, but I missed moments. Important ones. I loved you, Ellie. Every single day, even when I was too quiet to say it, even when I was too tired to show it. Forgive me for not saying this when I should have. But you were my home. Tears welled in her eyes. Her hands shook, but she kept reading. Part 5, The Confession. There is one more thing. I didn't tell you because I thought it would break your heart. But now, I think not telling you would hurt you more. I found out, a year before I died, that I was sick. I didn't want hospitals, didn't want to spend my last months in a bed. I wanted to be here, with you, where we had our life. So I kept it quiet. I just wanted the time we had left to feel normal. If I was wrong to hide it, I'm sorry. I hope, someday, you'll understand. Part 6, The Reflection. Eleanor folded the letter with trembling fingers. For a long moment, she sat in silence. Then she looked out the window. The sea was moving again. Soft waves, gently crashing. Jack hadn't just left her. He had tried to spare her, to protect her one last time. And now, finally, she understood. Part 7, The Choice. That evening, Eleanor brought the letter outside. The breeze carried the scent of salt and jasmine. She stood by the old bench overlooking the lighthouse. Sophie followed, silent, sensing something sacred was happening. I think it's time, Eleanor whispered, holding out the letter, to let go. Sophie asked. Eleanor smiled gently, to move forward. With him in my heart, not just my memory. Part 8, A Shared Memory. Do you want to know what the letter said? Eleanor asked. Sophie nodded. Eleanor told her everything. Jack's regrets, his love, his silence, his sickness. By the end, both had tears in their eyes. Sophie took her grandmother's hand. He really loved you. Yes, Eleanor said, looking toward the sea. And I never doubted that. Not once. Part 9, The Release. Eleanor walked to the edge of the cliff. She unfolded the letter one last time, kissed the corner of the page, and let the wind take it. It danced through the twilight, then disappeared into the sea below. A lighthouse beam passed across the sky. I love you too, Jack, she whispered, and I heard you. Part 1. A New Beginning. The next morning, Sophie found Eleanor already up, brewing tea, humming softly. Sleep well? Sophie asked. Eleanor turned with a peaceful smile. For the first time in years, she poured 2 cups and handed one to Sophie. To love, Eleanor said, raising her cup. To love, Sophie echoed. Outside, the sea was singing again. The end. Thank you for listening. Until next time.